Okay, so please like and subscribe. Thank you for checking out this video. This video is going to be generally about whatever pops into my mind, whatever I'm led to say. So the title might say one thing, but the video will say a totally different thing. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was the chakras. Now, I'm understanding that a lot of people now are removing, or should we say, removing the overlay off the original energy body, which is the Dantian energy system. Okay, the chakras, which are an overlay of the original energy system, have been placed there, well, you could say by archonic people, forces, to be tap lined, to be manipulated. From what I've listened to a few subliminals to remove the chakras. I know that some people say you have to go to certain people to do it and all that, but you have all the power inside of you, so you can transmute and transcend the chakras. It's not really removing the chakras as such, it's just transcending them. All I know is I was in a situation where I felt like I was being attacked, and nothing was working. It was way past sage. And then I played a few subliminals of chakra removing, continued to do it for a few days, and it just stopped. What happens with the chakras are everything is heightened and then magnified. That's how it feels for me. It feels like everything can just be turned up and manipulated easier. Now, as you're aware, well, most people are who know about spiritual stuff, that everything is energy and you can't get rid of energy but only transmute it or direct it or use it. Now, there's a food chain, and at the top of the food chain, they feed off you. And that will be, the main one is fear, anxiety, sexual energy, even happiness. So the best way to be is in a state of neutrality. Not too happy, just be neutral, because then you can't be manipulated as much by your emotions, and therefore it's a less of a feeding. Everything's about loosh, and I'm guessing the tap lines and the chakras are used to feed off that energy, and I'm aware that people will say the heart chakra is probably the most powerful. We've got three brains, so you've got the heart, the belly brain, and the brain. The brain gets attacked the most. The gut is the instinct, and the heart is, I would say, more powerful than both of them. The brain is probably the least powerfulest. So that's where most of the attacks happen. Like I said, you have to do your own research on this and look at people what have removed their chakras by different ways and their updates and stories. Now, there's a lot of people will put a lot of energy and time and money into this chakra stuff, but if you think about it, they say there's 7 main chakras and then there's gazillion chakras over them, and hand chakras, knee chakras. Well, it's all compartmentalizing someone. If you're a whole person, you constantly got to balance the chakras, wear the right color for the chakras, you know. And a lot of the stuff is because you're not doing the shadow work, and as within, so without. So obviously it's easier to say my chakras are unbalanced, the devil's attacking me, but a lot of the stuff what's happening is your own negative thought forms which you've created, and a lot of the stuff has been a reflection of you on the outside. Obviously everything's not love and light. Life doesn't work like that, and if you think you can just love and light your way to the 4th or 5th dimension, which is still inside the matrix, it just doesn't work like that, because what you're doing is you're neglecting to do your shadow childhood work. Most things go back to childhood. 9 times out of 10 it's abandonment and rejection. So if you take it back to the earliest point of when the situation happened in your childhood, that's where the root of the problem is. 9 times out of 10, it's mother and daddy issues. It could also be past life issues. You know, yeah, people do get psychically attacked and stuff like that, but sometimes it's better to start off with, what am I doing? And every day is basically, you just got to take it from there. This is just a quick video, really, just to touch on the chakras. What else is there? I'm not going to really go into the angel thing, really, but the chakras, I would say, for now. The thing is, what's happening is, as well, that's in spirituality, you've got the new age side of stuff, which is getting pushed more. So people are getting it a bit mixed up with love and light, chakras, angels, and all that stuff. And they're not really looking into the shadow side and knowing their self, and basically becoming more of a God person every day. What they're doing, they're replacing New Age and angels and Saint Germain or whatever instead of the Christ. Or they're just using a new crutch, anything other than doing the shadow work or turning it on themselves. And or they're jumping on the vegan thing, and thinking that, you know, because they don't eat meat, they're more holier, just like a Pharisee religious person. I'm not saying you should eat meat, but don't make a religion out of it. Have a balance. I've not eaten meat for 4 or 5 years now. I've started gradually eating meat again. What people need to also realise is that you can be alright not eating meat for a couple of years, but after a while, your backup reserves of nutrients and minerals will start wearing down, and that's why people get sick. A lot of people don't supplement with B12 and get the minerals in, magnesium, zinc, and they think they can eat lots of fruit and vegetables and that will sustain them. Well, it will, depending on the quality of fruits that you're getting. I mean, is there any minerals and stuff in the soil for what the fruit and veg are being grown in? Where are you getting the fruit and veg from? Are you eating seedless fruits? So you really got to do your homework with that. But I'll talk about that in another video. So please like and subscribe, comment. Peace.